Hello everyone. I hope you all are safe and sound. So today we'll start with I will teach you topic stars and the earth. So what is till now we did in the solar system. In this chapter we did different planets which are part of the solar system, their details, details of the sun. Now today in this lecture we'll study about stars and the earth. Now what are stars? Stars, these are huge ball of gases, like I have already explained in my previous lecture about sun. Sun is also a type of star, but it is nearest to the earth. And there are two type of gases which are there on the stars, which are getting hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen, it is continuously getting converted into helium, and due to that conversion it releases lot of energy. The two types of energy which is released due to this conversion is heat energy and the light energy. Sun is also star, but it is nearest to the sun, to the earth. That's why it seems big in size as compared to the other stars. But rest stars, they appear very tiny, very small, like dot of structure, very dot type thing twinkling in the night sky, right? What is the reason behind it? Because these stars, they are very far away from the earth as compared to the sun. Sun is the nearest star to the earth. So that's why in the night sky we can, the stars, they appear very tiny and they appear as twinkling into the night sky. After this, next one is constellation. What is constellation? Constellation is a group of stars. You know, there are lot of stars, million of stars in the night sky. We cannot even count them. So a group of stars, they form a particular pattern, particular shape, that is known as constellation. So what is constellation? A group of stars forming a pattern is called constellation. There are few examples. For example, Orion, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. These are few examples of the constellations. For example, when we are talking about Orion, in this way, these, you can see these stars, these are the positions of the stars, but when we'll imagine them, it is, I have constructed lines to show you so that you can easily understand it. These lines, they do not exist. These are just our imagination. So a group of stars, they form a kind of shape like this, that the shape is known as Orion shape. Okay, Orion constellation. So what is Orion constellation? It is one example of the constellation. A group of stars, they form this type of pattern is called Orion. Second one is Ursa Major. Ursa Major is seven stars, they form a shape like this. This is known as Ursa Major. Another one is Ursa Minor. In Ursa Minor, these stars, this one, this portion, it will be down. It will be down and then this. Okay. So these are constellations. Few examples of the constellation. After this, next one is Earth. Now what is Earth? Earth is, it is the third planet in the solar system on which life exists. We all live on the planet Earth, right? And it is the only planet on which life exists. When we are talking about the Earth, scientists, what do they believe? The outermost part of the Earth, it is hard, but as we are going deep inside the Earth, then temperature increases and it is present in hot and molten state. Molten means in melted state. So scientists, they believe that when the Earth, it was born, at that time, Earth, it was in, it is huge ball of hot burning gases only. And as it was continuously spinning, so as it spun means it was continuously moving, right? So as it spun, the outer part of the earth, it became cool. It became cool and hard also. So there are three layers of the earth. It is what scientists, they do believe. Now next topic is layers of the earth. What are the different layers of the earth? There are three layers of the earth. First one is the crust. So what is crust? The outermost layer of the earth, which is hardest among all the layer on which we walk, on which we live, all the living beings, all the oceans, continents, these all are present on the outermost layer of the earth. That outermost layer is known as crust. It is around 5 to 70 kilometer thick. below the ocean, okay, below the continents. After this, down one layer, second layer is mantle layer. Mantle layer, it is, we have further divided into two parts, the outer mantle layer and the inner mantle. You can see this dot like structure. So the part of the this layer which is between from this to this is outer mantle layer, and from here to here it is inner mantle layer. The thickness of the mantle layer, it is around 2900 kilometer, and it is rich in so many substances like magnesium, aluminium. There are so many other substances. The outer mantle layer, this one portion, it is thick. Sorry, it is thick also, and it is very it is present in the solid state. And the this portion, the inner mantle layer, it is present in molten state. So when any volcano erupts, at that time magma, it comes out from this portion, from this inner mantle layer and the outer core. The outer core, now third layer, the innermost layer of the earth, that is core. Core is further also divided into two parts, the outer core and the inner core. Outer core, this portion is present in molten state. So this one portion, outer inner mantle and outer core, these are present in the this portion. It is present in the molten state, and the inner core, this portion, it is present in solid state, and it is rich in iron. It is the innermost layer, kind of a solid sphere. So the innermost layer, the inner core of the earth, it is present in solid sphere, and this inner mantle and outer core, it is present in molten state. And when any volcano erupts, at that time the magma, it comes out on the surface of the earth, right? It comes out from this portion of the earth. So this was all about the layers of the earth. In next lecture, I will teach you about rotation and revolution. Have a nice day, everyone.